Hey everybody, welcome back to another Meaningful Monday. Today will be a relatively short video because it's Memorial Day, and I know that a lot of folks are celebrating that and observing that, I should say. Say thank you to our veterans and those who served our country. So first thing I want to do is do that. Thank you to all the service members and their families who support them as they serve our country and as they make sacrifices that allow us to have the freedoms we have in this country. I think we tend to overlook those things. We tend to kind of see them as givens, and they're not. You know, the people that give their lives, that give their limbs, that give their blood and sweat and tears to fight for this country are often overlooked. And a lot of folks in that community, in the veteran community, are overlooked and not getting the service and the support that they need in the community when they return. And so I do want to highlight a couple of folks that in my network, one of whom I actually had on this channel to do an interview with. And if you guys want to check that out, it's with James Corbett and Project Refit. And he's doing some amazing work still. Project Refit is doing awesome work for veterans in the community who are trying to manage their mental health conditions. And so if you want to get involved with that, the link is going to be in the description below to get involved in the Project Refit. You can also check out that video I did with James where he talks about the organization and what they're doing, and they're doing some amazing stuff even in the last 6 months or so since we've talked. So check that out if you're interested. There are also a number of organizations that donate to veterans, that actually serve veterans in the community in various ways. So please do try to do that. Try to get involved. If you are able to donate, please do so. If you're able to volunteer your time, even, please do so. These men and women do make ultimate sacrifices that we, again, tend to just overlook. And with that, I want to transition to talk about why they make those sacrifices. So the important thing to think about in these things is the why, right? They found something that they're willing to fight for and die for. And having that why of what they're willing to sacrifice for is what makes their sacrifice worth it to them and to us, honestly. And a lot of us don't take the time to actually understand what we're fighting for on a day-to-day basis. What is our why? What gets us up in the morning and really allows us to find meaning in our lives? Why do we do what we do? Why do we go to the jobs every day that we go to, or run our businesses? Or why do we do anything that we do? We don't always take time to understand that and to think about that and to dive deeper into what we do, our behaviors. And so that's ultimately what coaching is about, is getting underneath the behaviors, getting underneath the actions we take to figure out why we're doing what we're doing. Because sometimes we just do these things on autopilot. We do them because our friends told us to do them, or our parents told us to do them, or our boss told us to do these things. We don't actually have any value in these actions by ourselves. And that's how we tend to give up on things. We feel frustrated. We get really demotivated, really, it's difficult to follow through on some of these tasks because they can get tough. They can get frustrating. A lot of businesses fail because the people start the business for the wrong reasons. They want to get rich quick. You see the iceberg, you see the tip of the iceberg. You don't see all the work that people put into running that business. And the same is true with anything that you put your time and energy into. If you don't have a strong why, if you don't understand what it is that drives you to start doing this thing or to actually do this thing, what is the outcome you're trying to get to, then ultimately it's going to feel empty. It's going to feel hollow. So take some time, always understand why you're doing what you're doing. And just because someone told you to do it, or because it might make you rich, those aren't really great reasons. Because money is just a means to an end at the end of the day. Yes, people do like money, sure, but what do they really like? Do they really like having money in their hands, or do they like the value that money brings, the ability that money brings for them to do what they want to do and have experiences and do what they need to do with their lives, take care of their loved ones? That's what the value of money is. That's what the value of anything is being able to enable you to have the freedom, or have the luxury to do what you want to do and take care of people that matter to you. So if you're not doing what you want to do right now, if you're not happy in your job and your relationship, ask yourself why. What is holding you back? What is the underlying issue there? And it may not be something that you want to deal with in the moment. It may not be something that you really want to face. So if you're ready to ask that question, then go for it. But if you're not ready to ask that question, then you're going to understand that there's going to be an impact to that. There's going to be the value of what you're doing right now is going to be diminished over time because you're not looking at why you're doing it. You're just doing it because you're on autopilot. And that does catch up with you after a while. So take some time to figure out your why. And Simon Sinek has the book, Start With Why. It's one of my favorites for a reason, because it's just really well done. It's really well articulated. It talks about what the value of a why is. And it helps people understand that the why is what really drives things. If there's a strong why, you'll find a way to get things done. You'll create a way to get things done. The how is not important, because the how is a means to an end. You'll find different ways. There's a million ways to do things. There's also a million ways not to do things. But if you have a strong enough why, you'll find out and you'll create a path for yourself to get where you want to get to. If your why is not strong, then it doesn't matter how amazing your how is. You're just gonna give up, because it will get tough eventually. So take some time to check that out. That book is awesome. It's available on Amazon. I'll put a link in the description below as well to that. So check that out when you get a chance. Like I said, it's gonna be a pretty quick video today, guys. I do also want to bring up the giveaway that we're doing. My brother and I are doing the PS5 giveaway for those of you who are interested. Please, the link is going to be below. Please click that link, find out how to enter the giveaway. It's a really great prize, a great time for Father's Day. Summer's coming around, so check it out. There's still a shortage worldwide in these things, so we managed to get our hands on one. Happy to give it away and to help some folks enjoy themselves, enjoy the summers, and yeah, stay cool while they have fun. So take care, everyone. Have a great week. Think about what your why is this week, and thank you again to the men, women who serve this country and know what their why is. Take care. Stay safe.